Hello everyone, my name is Veritas and welcome back to Destiny. Now, on the heels of the weekly reset video, I'm over here talking about Iron Banner. If you haven't seen the weekly reset or you want to see it, link in the description as well as on screen roughly now. Otherwise, Iron Banner is here this week. Mayhem Clash is the playlist, which is kind of insane. It's never been Mayhem before. It's a little weird. Let's go ahead and talk about what Lady Aphrodite has this week and her bounties and stuff like that. So the armor this week usually has pretty good rolls, 98, 99, 100% rolls here. This stuff is no different. I will be putting the stats for the armor on screen as I go through the weapons, so if you're curious what the stats are, Warlock, Hunter, and Titan stuff will be on screen now. So I recommend picking up anything you need from her in terms of armor. All of the armor is actually pretty good. It's usually, like I said, high stat rolls, so I recommend picking up anything you need, anything that you would want from her. So that's really it. Armor comes down to your personal preference. Let's talk about weapons and why you should and shouldn't buy things. So the Silver Dread is the machine gun. This week it's being sold with solar burn on it. That's an interesting look thing there. We've got Perfect Balance or Braced Frame, Quick Draw or Field Scout, and Rangefinder or Army of One. Now, this machine gun's actually pretty good in both PvE and PvP, so for your recommendations on perks here, it really comes down to where you want to use it. Balance and range are always good for PvP, so if you're going to run for PvP, I would go Rangefinder, Field Scout, and Perfect Balance, just because Perfect Balance does not lose you that magazine size you might need in the Crucible. Perfect Balance, Field Scout, and Rangefinder, Crucible setup if you want maximum range and stability for that. For those purposes, either of these are fine on the ballistics side. For PvE, on the other hand, I would probably run Braced Frame, Field Scout, and maybe even Army of One, just for those that reduced cooldown on grenades and melees as you get kills, but that comes down to personal preference. The machine gun's actually pretty good regardless of how you run it, so like I said, comes down to personal preference on that one. Go ahead and pick it up if you want it. Now, the big contender here is the Clever Dragon. This pulse rifle is actually incredibly insane. At least it used to be before they nerfed it into the ground. Crucible, thank you. But let's talk about the things. So you're pretty much set on the red dot sight. That's probably the best option there in terms of what you want to use. Small bore and oiled frame. Oiled frame increases reload speed, but gets rid of some range. Small bore increases range and stability a little bit, but reduces your reload and your magazine size, so super not worth it there. High caliber rounds will stagger enemies and opponents, super neat there. And Counterbalance and Feeding Frenzy as well. Counterbalance gives you increased stability. Feeding Frenzy increases your reload speed after kills for a short time. So this is not a great roll on the Clever Dragon. It's more of a PvE roll than anything. If you're going to run this in PvE, this is where I would run it. This one specifically I would not use in the Crucible. If you're running it for anything but the Crucible, I'd go with Oiled Frame because you don't really need range in PvE. High caliber rounds and Feeding Frenzy, just to have, you know, your maximum reload speed there. You're going to run this in PvP. Counterbalance is probably your best bet. High caliber rounds for staggering, and maybe small bore for that increased range. But you're really crippling yourself by losing a little bit of range anywhere else or losing magazine size. So I wouldn't recommend this one for it, but the machine gun and pulse rifle are dropping while playing Iron Banner as they are the featured weapons. So go ahead and play Iron Banner if you want to find a better pulse rifle or machine gun. That's my recommendation there. These two are fine. They're not as good as they could be. Moving down to bounties, though, these are once a week things, so completing them one time on each character is your maximum there. 100 points by playing games, 5 for completing, 10 for winning. Getting ability kills will give you some points out of 100. Getting weapon kills with certain types, so primary, special, and heavy, out of 100 points there, as well as supporting your teammates. So assisted kills, Avenger kills, and allies defended, points there out of 100. These can drop any piece of gear from Iron Banner. This will drop any legendary weapon. It could be a sniper rifle. It doesn't have to be a machine gun or pulse. Same with the armor. It doesn't have to be boots or chest. It could be a helmet. You don't know. But chances here, lots of experience, Iron Banner reputation, legendary marks, and gear available through the bounties. I recommend doing them. I recommend doing the Nightfall before anything. The Nightfall buff will help you level up Iron Banner. As it does all apply, so go ahead and do your Nightfalls before doing Iron Banner on any character. Knock out your bounties as you so choose to, and have fun with Iron Banner being Mayhem Clash. It's a little bit insane that it's Mayhem Clash, but that's going to be it for me. That's your Iron Banner nonsense. Pretty much just go ahead and run offensive supers, Nova Bombs, Fist of Havocs, that kind of stuff, Golden Gun. Very fun stuff there. Enjoyable playlist if you don't take it too seriously. But that's going to be it for Iron Banner. It's going to be it for me for Tuesday. and the weekly reset like I did earlier. I'll see you guys on Friday if you want to come back for more Destiny, talk about Zur and his nonsense. If you want to see other stuff I do, solo or co-op, links in the description for playlists that I'm doing or have done in the past, Twitter and Twitch links as well, so you want to follow me on other websites if you so choose to. Other than that, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I really much appreciated. And as always, until next time.